So I know we've gone over the planets, and so you know how the order of the planets. My very earnest mother just served us Nutella. That is easy for the order of the planets, but I thought I'd get on here and help you find a way to memorize the days of creation because you will need to know those for your test. Okay, so you're going to need your fingers, just 6 of them, because um, God created the world in 6 days, and then on the 7th day he rested. So on day 1, this is day 1, use your finger on this side. You're on this side, and you're going to remember that on day 1, think of it as a light switch. On day 1, if you think of this finger as a light switch, God divided the light from the darkness. Okay, so day 1, say it with me, day 1, God divided the light from the darkness. Okay, so this is day 1, God divided light from darkness. Day number 2, think of your 2 fingers as scissors. Okay, so day number 2, God separated the sky from the seas. So on day 2, God separated the sky from the seas. Okay, so day 1, God divided the light from the darkness. And day 2, he made the skies and the seas. He separated the sky from the sea, just like with some scissors. Now we have day 3. Okay, so when I think of this 3, you think of these are all really tall fingers. Not mine. Mine are short, but you can remember them as the tall plants. The tall trees and all the green plants. Okay, so on day 3, God made the everything that is green, the trees, the plants, every living thing for as far as plants. Now, day number 4. Now, this is where he made the sun, the moon, and the Bible says he made the stars also. It's kind of cool because no one knows the amount of stars that there are, but God just says he made the stars also. Like, it was no big deal, and it wasn't any big deal to God because he is sovereign. He's all powerful. He's omnipotent. So this is day number 4, the sun, moon, and stars. Now day number 5 is we have the birds and the fish, okay? And I already know Riley with her fancy dancing. You could do that for day number 5. Now, so day number 6 is animals and man, and on the 7th day, God rested. So this is the cool thing. God is so wise, and He wouldn't make an environment or He wouldn't make living things without making a place for them first. He really took care of us. He wouldn't just throw a man or an animal and throw them into the dark with no light or dark, no sky or sea, just an endless void. No, he made all the environments and the habitats for things first, and then he put them to place them in. So we think about it in this order, it's going to make sense, okay? So use your 3 fingers. On day number 1, remember we said we use it like a light switch. So if you think of your fingers as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they connect. So you have 1 connects with 4, 2 connects with 5, and 3 connects with 6. So remember number 1. Do you remember that one? The light from the darkness. So remember God separated the light from the darkness. Then on day number 4, what would go up to provide light? That would be the sun, the moon, and the stars. So you have in the light, you would have the sun, and in darkness, you would put, the moon and the stars. So that's 1, and day 4, how they connect. Now day number 2, remember we used this. We said he separated the sky from the seas. Now what lives in the sky and what lives in the sea? On day number 5, it connects day 2 and day 5. So what lives in the sky and the sea? Well, That's where you have the birds in the sky and the fish in the sea. So day 1, light from the darkness, sun, moon, and stars. Day 2, the sky from the seas, the fish and the birds. Number 3 is the plants and the trees and all of the greenery. So this is day number 3. And what needs plants to live? Animals and man. So then, after on day 3, so day 6 is where he put the people and the animals to live. It all works out perfectly, and it's all God's perfect design. And on day 7, he rested. Now, I hope you remember those days, and that this little trick with the numbers will help you remember the order. But more importantly, remember how awesome God is and how incredible and what a great designer he is.